Hello, I'm David. Today I'll be doing Lab 5 of 2050. Uh, and the first thing we had to do is create three users on DC1 and DC2, which I'm showing right here. And the three users we had domain users, administrator users, and schema administrator. Enterprise administrator and domain administrator. We shortened it there to DOM, admin, and so forth. And what we tried to do is add a new site, create a new user, and change the schema. And right here's where I've actually got the users. There's the DOM admin, enterprise admin, and the schema admin. And when we done that, we give DOM administrator rights to domain administrators, and same for the enterprise administrator. We give it an enterprise administrator, and we give the schema administrator rights. And we done the same for on DC2. And when we tried to add a new site, we could all but on the schema. And if we tried to add a new user, we could, but all but on the change the schema admin. And on the schema, changing the schema, we could on if we signed on to DOM admin or enterprise admin or the schema admin. And the reason we couldn't change the site and the user is because the schema administrator is not a member of the admin group, and the enterprise and domain administrators are. And then in the part 5.3, it wanted us to create two users, local admin 01 and it went to DC1, and a local admin 02, which went to DC2. And we created a group called ladmins 01 and made it a global group. We added administrators to members of this group, admins 01 group, and then we created admins and made it a universal group, and we added this admins 01 to this universal group. So what we done, we nested, we put the local user, we put it in this group, which is a global group, added a member of administrators to this group, and then we created a new group called admins and made it a universal group and added this group to that group. So we nested them, and when we tried to create a new user on both machines, DC1 and DC2, it did allow us to do that. And the next thing we done, we used the dsadd, and we added a OU unit of sales to domain 1 and give it a description of Lab 5. And then we turned around and added a user named Kim to sales on domain 1.local with a password of mspress #1, and it was successful too. And if we go back here and look, right there's the sales unit. If we click on sales, there's Kim. And then we done the same thing on DC2 here, which you can see I've got my schema admin, my enterprise admin, domain admin. We got our admins 2 group, and we should have a admins. Where's it at? Seen it earlier. turned it right around and done a dsadd, and we added a unit called service on the child, one domain, one local, and then we turned around and added a user of AJ on the child in the unit services with the password. And if we go over here, right there's the services, and if we click on service, there's AJ. That concludes this tutorial.